The Knicks postgame show is presented by Tri-State Audi. Visit your Tri-State area Audi dealer today. Garden of Dreams night in the arena, and our fundraiser continues. And on the court, Jalen Brunson, 19 of his 24 in the first quarter. Down by 13 in the first quarter. The Knicks were only down by 2 after the first 12 minutes, and then they erupted. Cat tonight, 27-16. And another blowout win for the Knicks as they beat Charlotte 125-101. Our Garden of Dreams fundraiser continues until December the 12th at 11 a.m. You can visit msg.com/GDFNYK to enter the sweepstakes. A $100 donation gives you a chance to win one of 16 great prizes. We're going to show you the list of prizes. And it all goes to benefit the Garden of Dreams. And the mission remains the same, and it's so important. Helping area children who are facing obstacles, whether they be economically related or health related. We've over 40,000 in terms of your donations to this point. We can't thank you enough. Keep it rolling. Again, the fundraiser continues until 11 a.m. on December the 12th. Back with Wally Szczerbiak here as we talk about the game and the Knicks. The lowest points, the fewest amount of points scored by a Knicks starter in this game was Josh Hart's 18. Is that unbelievable?
That's impressive, and we're at 40,000. Thank you to all you fans out there, but it's only halftime. We need to push to the finish. We need to make some more money for the Garden of Dreams, just like the Knicks in the second half. Need to throttle the Hornets. We need to finish strong, continue those donations coming in. Please, everyone out there, we really appreciate all your support to the Garden of Dreams. Getting back to that Knicks second half performance, it was outstanding. They made some adjustments at halftime. Tom Thibodeau went into the lab, put some things up on the board. They watched some film.
What did they do differently? Because the third quarter, they blew the Hornets off the court 38-16.
The defensive aggressiveness picked up big time. That was the key. They got stops, and when they got stops, they could do whatever they wanted on the offensive end of the floor. They were the aggressors. They were better at every single position. OG Anunoby with 15 points. Got himself into rhythm by getting those dunks and easy baskets around the rim. The ball movement was just picture perfect. Assists through the roof. Everyone playing off each other. Everyone making each other better. No hesitation. OG Anunoby, that rim looked absolutely massive. Everything he threw up in that third quarter was going down. The stops were leading to the Statue of Liberty posterization. Take that one with you, Diabate. Karl Anthony Towns, sick of those guys hanging under his legs. And Jalen Brunson, just a smooth 27 minutes, 19 points, scored when he needed to. But then in that third quarter and second half, his teammates picked up the slack. OG Anunoby with the stocks, 6 of them total, like Alan alluded to. Deuce McBride, throw him into the double-figure equation.
He had 10.
Not just the starters. Deuce McBride gets the 10 points. How about that performance by the New York Knickerbockers?
Wally, so Brunson, 19 of his 24 in the first quarter. For Hart, 14 of his 18 in the second quarter. And for OG Anunoby, 15 of his 25 in the third quarter. Here now with Josh Hart. Josh, thanks for joining us. Great game for you guys. You were down 13 early in the first quarter. How'd you snap out of what was a sluggish start?
We just finally woke up and started playing some defense. And offensively, we just started playing faster, making decisive cuts, making them mess up on some of the switches, and then just capitalizing on that.
Tell us about the third quarter. You blew them off the court 38-16. What allowed you guys to be so dominant after halftime?
Yeah, I think we were just physical. I think that's the biggest thing. We didn't let them get comfortable. I think the first half we allowed them to get comfortable and, run their offense and do those kind of things. So we were able to get stops, we were able to run, and, we got talent all over the court. So, it can be anybody's night.
And for you in your game tonight, 14 of your 18 came in the second quarter. What's it like when it's flowing like that and everything you're throwing up there is going in?
Yeah, it feels good. I was getting wide open shots, and that's something that I knew they were going to play. They did it in the preseason. They did it, about a couple of days ago in Charlotte. So I know to have open shots. So just shoot those with confidence and then have that open everything else up.
All right, Josh, thank you so much for stopping by, and congrats on a great game.
Appreciate it.
All right, Wally, so Hart goes for 18 points, 10 rebounds, season-high 4 threes. He was electric in that second quarter.
He really was. And in that first quarter, they weren't guarding him. They were sagging off Josh Hart and daring him to shoot. He got started by getting a couple of those, plays where he gets the bucket down below on the fast break, and then the floodgates open from 3. No hesitation. Team was he's pointing at the bench, too. He's like, all right, you're going to leave me open? I'm going to make you pay. And boy, did he make him pay with those 4 threes in rhythm. Just stroked him. There he is, pointing at the bench. You gotta love that. Because when you know the scouting report is a team daring you to shoot and trying to challenge you and get in your head by leaving you wide open, and then you start nailing threes, there is a no better feeling. And Josh Hart was letting that bench and that coaching staff over at the Charlotte Hornets know that I'm not going to let that fly tonight.
All right, well, let us now bring in Alan Hahn. Alan, this starting five seems to be getting better every single game. They were dominant tonight.
Yeah, they certainly were. And, Bill, they come into this game as the highest scoring starting five in the NBA at over 98 points a game that they are putting together. And in this game, I believe they scored the first, 84 out of the first 86 points all came from starters. And the best part is that it's not just one guy or two guys carrying it. Here's a great example of how it's distributed so well among that five. Jalen Brunson had 19 points, hit 4 of 4 from 3 in the first quarter to get their offense on track. In the second quarter, it was Josh Hart who had 14 points, and he was 4 of 4 from three-point range. And in the third quarter, it was OG Anunoby who had 15 points, and he had 3 of 3 from downtown, and also had a couple of monster blocks that really got this building going, and it really let the Hornets know that it was going to be a long night.
Alan, very useful stats. Absolutely love it. I'm going to put you on the spot here, though, buddy. I need one useless stat that comes from this stat sheet. Give me one useless one.
I'll give you a useless one. The Knicks aren't a high turnover team or forcing turnover team. They don't do that, and that's why we talked a lot about the stocks, the steals, and the blocks, and their defense disrupting. So they only forced 11 turnovers. But out of those 11 turnovers, they scored 18 points off those turnovers. So that is also a key part of this. And when they turn the game around, as you heard Josh Hart telling Bill, we had to make them uncomfortable. And I believe that's exactly what they did. And those turnovers turned into quick points, and that can demoralize the team.
You know, the balance is such, Alan. You look at the box score, and Karl Anthony Towns goes for 27 and 16. And as good as he was, it doesn't even stand out.
You're so used to it, right? You almost take it for granted. You don't want to, but it is certainly something that happens. But you can see, and even this is a game. Remember, Friday they didn't have their bigs. So in this game here, they had both of their bigs, and Nick Richards and Andrew. Forgive me, I have to look it up now. His name is so many different guys. Mark Williams, of course. So they had size against them. Oh my goodness, that dunk, by the way, on Diabate. And Karl Anthony Towns looked at it like, okay, fine, I can still take these guys on, and I can beat them in the post. I can finish around the rim, and of course he can knock down a couple of threes as well. We are seeing a player who, by the way, looks incredibly comfortable, having a great time. And what we've learned also is he can even beat you with 2 pairs of shorts on, as we saw later on in the game.
Alan, real quick. Mikal Bridges, he never comes out of the game. He played 46 minutes and 30 seconds. Why doesn't Tom Thibodeau give this guy a rest?
Maybe he doesn't want it. Wally, now, first of all, you as a player, did you ever want to come out of the game?
No, you're 100% right.
And I've asked these guys this question. I've asked each one of them to a man, and I've said, about the minutes thing, because it's a big thing in the NBA. As we know already, Mikal Bridges, Iron Man. He has not missed a game in his career. What else we're learning, too, is that not only is he good at slashing, but you saw, and we saw it earlier in this clip, they've been posting him up when he gets smaller people on him. They're letting him get going on that end, and it does, I think, feed into his intensity on defense as well. And, of course, his three-point shot, as we know, is something that he continues to work on. But I just feel like he's a guy that might be better off playing more. It might help him, and it certainly kept him locked in. But I've asked these guys, asked Karl Anthony Towns the same thing. He's missed one game this season. He was mad that he missed it. He didn't want to miss it. He said, we're hoopers. We want to play. So it really does, this Knicks team, go against the grain of what we see around the NBA.
All right, Alan, as always, we appreciate it. We'll see you on Saturday. Bridges, by the way, Wally, 7 assists, a season high for him.
Yeah, hell, he does a lot of things out there on the floor. He's a great playmaker, and those minutes are incredible. I mean, you could maybe find a little bit of rest for him, but I understand. If he wants to be out there, he wants to play, he can handle those type of minutes. He's the Iron Man. He's very durable, and he's very important to this team because he can play with both units. He can switch onto different defenders, and he's that guy that kind of Tom Thibodeau really trusts to have out there on the floor to stabilize all the 5-man units that are out there.
Campaign out with a sore elbow. Precious Achiuwa played 12 minutes tonight, so maybe that's why Bridges got more time than normal. Tom Thibodeau, OG Anunoby, all good all the way around. We'll hear from the Knicks coach coming up.
The Knicks postgame show is presented by Audi. Visit your Tri-State Audi dealer today.
Welcome back, everyone. As the Knicks blow out the Hornets 125-101. The Knicks now 9-2 in their last 11 games. Back now from the corner three, presented by Michelob Ultra Superior Light Beer. Up next for the Knicks, are going to play host to the Pistons on Saturday. Pregame at 7, game at 7:30. Then on Monday night, the Knicks are on the road in Toronto to take on the Raptors. And then next Wednesday, the Knicks are back home to take on the Hawks. That's the quarterfinal game in the Emirates NBA Cup. Time now to listen into Knicks coach Tom Thibodeau. His postgame comments, as always, presented by Chase.
Yeah, he could have gone back in. Yeah. I'm not sure. I think it's back.
What was the difference there in the second half for you guys?
I thought our defense was better. The offense was fine in the first half, but defensively we weren't very good in the first half. Second half, much better. Yeah. Yeah, and they play hard, and they're in every game. They do a really good job, and they got size, and you got to make sure that you give them open shots, they don't stop moving. You got to challenge shots, and you got to finish your defense. They're a great offensive rebounding team. That hurt us, but I thought the second half was much better.
OG in that third quarter kind of showed you everything you can do, right?
OG he was unbelievable. He and Mikhail, that sort of got us going. Their energy, and Josh as well, and then Cat got going, and Jalen was Jalen, and so I thought they did a really good job. They set the tone in the second half, but we got to be a 48-minute team, so they gave me some stuff that I could look at.
What happened on the play where Jalen got banged up?
I'm not sure. I haven't talked to him yet.
With Precious now back, does that mean Jericho is situational?
No, just I didn't like the energy of the group, so we just started searching for something that could get us going. So it's you just got to make sure that you're getting things done out there. So go ahead.
The ball movement has been a thing for more than just a few weeks. Like this team has moved the ball really well. Are you surprised how quickly the offense, not just how well the ball is moving on offense, but how much these guys have looked kind of in sync, at least on that end?
And they've made a conscious effort to move the ball and to create advantages. And I think the more you help somebody else, the more you're helping yourself. And so I think the cuts have been decisive, and then driving the ball off the cut, and then relocating, and just being unselfish, making the extra pass to get a great shot, and that takes everyone working together, and I think they're all doing that, and the unselfishness has been terrific, and we got to continue to do that, and we're going to score a ton of points. And then when we get our defense going, those easy baskets, we're scoring in transition off that as well. So I think that's important for us also. Yeah, and he can do more. Yeah, I mentioned this earlier. He's always been a really good rebounder. It probably dipped a little bit the last couple of years just because of, he was playing away from the basket more with Rudy, but he's always had great instincts, and he's a lot longer than you think, and he's strong. He's much stronger now than when I had him in Minnesota, and he's got great hands too. If the ball's near him, he's getting it, and so and he's going after everything. So he's playing at a very, very high level, but he can do more.
We can even see OG smiling after the second of those two blocks out there.
Yeah, he's being checked right now.
Did you smile?
Really, when he plays, I mean, he was the plays that he was making are really, he's the only one that can make them. Like he's everywhere. He's flying around. He's into the body. And when he's like that, he just covers so much ground, and his timing, and you can't throw the ball over him. He challenges shots great, and he's got just great instincts. And so, he played a terrific game.
How much momentum did
watch Anunoby, and he is flying through the air, and a couple of sequences there in the third quarter to block the threes. Looked like he had no business contesting the shots, and he's blocking them.
Yeah, he's an incredible defender. He's got long arms, really great strength, strong lower body. Back in my generation, a lot like Ron Artest. Ron Artest, when I played, he was hands down the best perimeter defender in the NBA for years, and he's the modern day Ron Artest. Similar type of instinct, skills, strength, athleticism, and just a tough guy to score over. And Tom Thibodeau is bringing out all those qualities because he wants great defenders on the floor, and OG Anunoby is the perfect fit playing under Tom Thibodeau.
Also scored 25 points.
Yeah.
I mean, the one we all know and knew how good OG Anunoby is on defense. Right. It's the scoring here. 21 games, 22 games into the season that's been really surprising.
Yeah, and the ability to steal a lot of points. He's one of the league leaders in fast break points, so he gets out and on the break and steals about 3.6 points per game just by running the floor. He can really shoot the three. Catch and shoot is outstanding. He can post up. He can slash. He's good at reading off his defenders. When his guys get double teamed, he finds the weak spot in the defense and finds some easy points that way. So I call it a quiet 25, but it is. It's a little bit quiet. He just goes about his business, and all of a sudden you look up, 25 steals, blocks, full, complete game.
Man, this starting five, how fun are they to watch?
They're really fun to watch.
Knicks now 14-8. Knicks are home again on Saturday. Good opportunity to take on the 9-15 Pistons. Pregame at 7, game at 7:30. Also stream our coverage on the Gotham Sports app. Mikal Bridges played 46-30 tonight. Season high 7 assists. Here he is after the game with Alan Hahn.
Played the first 42 minutes of this game. I've actually talked to other players on this team about minutes and how much you play, and it always just comes back to guys just want to play. Guys don't worry about that stuff. And obviously, you don't miss any games either. Is that just something for you? Like, we make a big deal of it, but for you, you're like, I just want to be in the game.
Yeah, for sure. Kind of realized it until probably when I sat down at halftime. I played the whole first half. Kind of blacked out in the second quarter, so I kind of wasn't tired at all. But I hate him. But that, just want to be out there, just trying to win. And, being out there, I think, gives us a good chance.
Noticed a couple of times, too, getting you early in offense on post-ups and whatnot. I mean, are you still your part of your offense in this offense starting to evolve?
Just trying to be aggressive, and my teammates just finding me. That's pretty much it, just trying to take shots I like, and, my teammates and coaches just looking out.
When I ask each player, I've asked the question about this offense. It's your starting five is the highest scoring starting five in the league. What is your favorite thing about this offense?
I think just the energy we give each other, even when somebody scores and make the right pass. I think just the energy that we give, the bench, I think that's pretty much it. I just like, all the celebrations I do a lot, it's for my teammates, try to give my energy to them. And so even when everybody will score and they do something, just seeing the energy from our teammates and everybody on the bench as well.
So great game for Bridges, and it's been a great Garden of Dreams fundraiser so far.
Let's
We're closing in on $50,000. We can't thank you enough. And a reminder, this fundraiser goes until December the 12th at 11 a.m. A $100 donation gives you a chance to win one of these 16 great prizes. Fans can visit MSG.com/GDFNYK to enter the sweepstakes, and all proceeds go to benefit the Garden of Dreams. Close to $50,000. This has been a great night so far, and I remind everyone again, you can still contribute, you can still participate all the way up until December the 12th at 11 a.m.
That's big squids, Bill Pidto. Big squids. Thank you to all you fans out there and all you donators out there. It goes to a great cause. It is changing young children's lives for the better, opening doors and opportunities that they would never have. The Garden of Dreams is an unbelievable thing that the Madison Square Garden and the Knicks are a part of, and they do to give back to the community.
So we can't thank you enough. Keep the donations coming. Let's get over the $50,000 mark.
Let's go.
OG Anunoby, great game. 25 points all over the court, as always, on defense. We'll get his post-game reaction when we come back after this. Knicks roll over the Hornets, 125-101. I want to remind everyone once again, the Garden of Dreams fundraiser continues until December the 12th at 11 a.m. Go to MSG.com GDFNYK. A $100 donation gives you a chance to win one of these 16 great prizes that we're showing you. And all the proceeds go to a key and important and vital cause, the Guarded Dreams, helping area children who are facing obstacles. Thank you for all those who have donated. We can't thank you enough. And remember, the Guarded Dreams fundraiser continues until December the 12th at 11 a.m. Next up for the Knicks, they continue their homestand, actually the last game on this homestand before they go to Toronto on Monday night. They're hosting Detroit on Saturday. Got a pregame show for you at 7, the game at 7:30. You can also stream our coverage on MSG Plus now in the Gotham Sports app.